What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, talking to you guys today about moving to Vegas. And here's something I want to give you guys. They're pretty much anybody that's watching this. I want to come up with a list of things for why I think people should want to come move here to Vegas. And I know Vegas is not going to be a perfect place for everybody. You guys have seen a whole bunch of videos that I've done about Las Vegas, and certain aspects some people love about this place, certain aspects some people do not, but there's generally some things that kind of like across the board people will usually like. You can tend to find something for everybody, and I think Vegas is actually great for that. So I'm gonna give you guys 8 reasons why I think you should move to Las Vegas. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about moving here but you're not quite sure why you'd want to, let me throw 8 of these at you and see if any of them strike home. Now, in no particular order, number 1, the weather, right? I mean, guys, look at this beautiful sun I got going right here, okay? We get over 300 days of sunshine a year. And I mean, I love the weather here in Las Vegas. This is one of the sunniest cities in all of America, right? And I moved here from California, okay? So, you know, California's got the reputation for great weather, and certain parts of California are better than others. California does have some good weather in certain areas, but I really do like it out here. I can't lie, I like it out here. Next thing I'll say are the taxes or lack thereof. So here in Nevada, Nevada is actually, we don't have a state income tax, and then when it comes to other taxes too, all things into consideration, Nevada actually has one of the lowest overall tax burdens of any state in America. Nevada commonly ranks like number 2, number 3 for like one of the lowest or one of the least taxed states in all of the US. So if you're coming here from like California like I did, or you're coming from New York or some other place where the taxes are high, oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love when you come here, and after you pay your federal income taxes, you're done. Like, you're done. There's no state tax to pay after that. Kind of keeping in line with the taxes concept, I will say another big one is it's business friendly. So if you're coming here as a business owner, maybe you already have a business in the state you're living in and you're coming to Nevada, or you're like me, you're coming here and you plan to start your own business like I'm doing now, Nevada is a very business friendly state actually, especially when you're going to compare it to, you know, big states like California, New York, or some others. Nevada is considered a business friendly state. Not like the friendliest in America, but it is generally considered a pro-business state. So you're coming from certain places where business is a challenge, or states that rank very poorly when it comes to business, you will love it when you get here to Nevada and you're trying to operate your business, and you'll see how much more helpful, I guess you could say, the state is, how much more conducive it is to business owners and job creators. Now, let's go number 3, I will say, when it comes to travel options. So you live here in Vegas, you look on the map, right? We're in the southwest part of the country. Vegas looks kind of isolated, and to a degree it is, but one thing that people need to take into consideration is that within about a 4 to 5 hour drive, and you extend to 8 hours, there are a ton of places you can get to. I mean, you can be in Phoenix, you can be in San Diego, you can be in LA. If you want to drive farther, you can go to Salt Lake City, go to San Francisco in the Bay Area. I mean, there's plenty of places you can go to within driving distance like that, but then also we have McCarran International Airport. We have our own international airport right here, and there are plenty of places that you can fly to right here out of Las Vegas. You can catch direct flights all over the country. You can catch plenty of international flights. So that's something that in a lot of areas people do not even have that option, or if they have, it's kind of a hassle to get to that. So there's plenty of ways to travel, just if you're going to drive your car, and if you're looking to travel outside the state or outside the country. So reason number 5, love living here in the Las Vegas area, is the cost of living. I mean, for being a big area, for being about 2 million people where we're at right now, the cost of living here is relatively cheap. I mean, that was one of the big things that helped sell me on coming here to this area. Was when I was coming from California, I mean, I came from the San Francisco Bay Area. It's like the highest cost of living in the country. So you're coming from some other big city, you know, and you're gonna come here to Vegas, then you're gonna be surprised in a good way when you see how low the cost of living is. You're coming from, you know, other parts of the country, maybe more middle America, where the prices is similar or even cheaper, then, you know, that may not apply to you as much. But for a lot of you, especially coming from big areas, you're gonna come here and you're gonna be happy with the cost of living in this area. Reason number 6, this one was cool for me because this like totally fits my personality perfectly. Okay, I grew up in kind of a smaller rural area, by California standards anyway, and then I was going to college in the San Francisco Bay Area, a big metro area. And there are things I liked about where I grew up, and there are things I liked about being in the big city area, but I didn't like being one extreme or the other. When I was growing up, I wanted to get the hell out of the small town, and I wanted to go to a bigger area. And after living in the bigger area for a while, I didn't love it as much, okay? I did not love, there were certain aspects of that city life that I just was not really a big fan of. Now here in the Vegas area, what I love about it is it's really got the best of both worlds. I mean, you live here, and for being such a big area, the traffic is really minimal, okay? Compared to so many other big metro areas in the country, the traffic in Vegas is really minimal. So you have this big area, but you don't have to spend 2 to 4 hours a day in traffic like you do in some other cities here in the US. So you have things like that that work in your favor. If you like the small town life, then you can actually live that out here. I mean, there's people who they like that rural kind of life. There are people here who still have horse properties. People live on the outskirts of town, live kind of away from some of the chaos. You could go be in the mountains if you want, go take trips to the lake, go hiking, do all kinds of outdoor sports, go fishing if you want. You can live that kind of like slower paced lifestyle. You don't have to be on the strip. You don't have to be where all the tourist stuff is and like all the crazy stuff like that. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can actually live that slower paced life out here in this area. Now, if you like more of the city life, if you like more of the options you have within a bigger city, then you have a good amount of that here too, right? We have, of course, the strip where there's plenty of hustle and bustle for anybody. Then we also have our downtown area where you have plenty of entertainment options like you would have in a bigger city, right? You have more than probably any other big city in America. You have plenty of shopping options, plenty of dining. Oh my gosh, if you love food and you love restaurants, you love to try all different types of food, then I don't know if you could ever finish all the places to eat there are here in a lifetime. There are so freaking many that it is just mind-boggling. So if you're a big food person and you love to try those different kinds of things, you're going to be happy to see how many options we have here in this area. Of course, we have numerous hospitals here. We have a 4-year university. And we also have plenty of, entertainment for just shows and things like that. Plenty of sports entertainment that comes here to town year round. Like, there's never a shortage of things to do, just like there are in a big city. There's never a shortage of activities taking place here. But it's also nice that when you want to get away from those activities, there's places you can go, neighborhoods you can live in where it's nice and calm and quiet, and you don't have to be part of that like hustle and bustle life. You can actually pick and choose, really. I mean, you can live in the quiet, and then you can go and be part of the insanity when you want. So you can have that small kind of quiet lifestyle, and you can go have that insanity when you want it. I love the fact that this area has both of those. And the final reason, number 8, I will say, is just the culture here. I mean, I love this culture here in Nevada. It is very much a live and let live kind of culture. It's totally different than what I experienced growing up in California. I mean, and it's kind of hard to see, because if you've only grown up in one place, it can be hard to see the culture of another state if, maybe you haven't spent significant time there. But when you live there, I mean, it does become different. And, coming from California to Nevada, I mean, I joke that it was like coming from another country. Because you start living here, and you can see how, for me, I can see how extreme California is in a lot of ways. But this culture here, I just love it because it is, like I just said, live and let live. It's like the culture here is like, if you're not bothering someone, people don't worry about it. They're not going to bother you. And I find that people here are far less critical, far less judgmental than what I've experienced back in California. I mean, it is a very diverse group of people we have here because so many people come and go all the time. Like I talked about in another video when it comes to like election season, right? Every election, people have trouble deciding which way Nevada's going to go. Nevada is a swing state, but our population changes so much year after year after year after year. It's hard to track what how the people are going to vote because there's so much change in the population. Vegas is one of the most transient cities in the country. Nevada is by far the most transient state in the union. So when it comes to like trying to decide like how the state's going to vote, it's difficult when you have so many people coming and going. It's hard to track the voting trends in a place like this. So that's part of the just the culture here. You have so many people that come and go. You meet people from all over the country, from all over the world. I mean, you have a diverse group of people that live here in so many ways, and guess what? They exist. The people find ways. They exist. And it's just so much less critical than what I saw when I was living in California when it comes to other people. Because here because we have people, right, that attitude of Sin City, right, over on the Strip, of what it is. You know, it's not always the same out here, right, in this neighborhood, right, in these quiet neighborhoods. Like I talk about how the Strip and the local area can be very different. They can be night and day. But here it's not that uncommon. You know, if you go to the gym and, you know, you talking to a guy at the gym or whatever, and he goes, oh yeah, it's like my wife, you know, like, yeah, she's a stripper over at this club. And you're like, okay. Like other places, yeah, people might look at you kind of funny like that, but here, like, that's a big part of like the tourist attraction, is all the nightlife and that kind of stuff. I mean, so people don't think about it. It's just more common here, right? It's more mainstream here. It's more commonplace to hear that and see that. So people, you know, I think it's because they're more used to seeing it, because they know that, you know, just like the next county over, prostitution is perfectly legal. Like those kind of things don't alarm people as much as they do in other areas. And that's why out here you have a culture where we have legalized prostitution in certain areas. You can drink any time of day if you want out here, any time of day. If you want to go gamble, you can do it any time of day. I mean, you can go do those things, and you know, you don't bother people when you're doing them. You're not hurting people. And you could wind up hurting yourself, but then again, the responsibility is on you. So here, it's like, if you're not bothering someone, people generally really don't worry about it. They're not going to sweat it. That's one of the things I love. It's just so much less critical here, and I feel so much more open-minded than people really give it credit for. So those are 8 reasons that I want to put out to you for moving here to Las Vegas. If any of those really hit home for you, please let me know about it in the comment section below. You can always go to JacobslifeinVegas.com, get on the email list, and get more information in the future. That's it for this video. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.